Hey everybody, I want to talk about real twins versus false twins, near twins, catalysts, etc., and answer this question because I have been going deeply within. I actually recently opened the Akashic Records about this topic on the 25th, April 25th. And I wanted to get more insight because I was getting some dreams. I wanted to get insight as far as people who are detached from their twin flame, what's going on, why it's happening, because I know a lot of people are confused. Even I have been confused, but I feel like I keep getting more and more clarity. And, we have to just constantly remind ourselves to go within and follow our heart and intuition. But I know it's not always easy, but anyway, I just wanted to give you guys insight on what I gathered. I took notes because I recorded myself and so I transcribed it. And one of the first things I asked was, what's going on with the collective? Why are so many people detached from who they thought was their twin flame? And I was seeing waves. And then I was also seeing things being put in boxes, which is kind of funny because I always say, get out of the box. But there are different categories. There's different things happening to different collectives. There's, you know what I mean? There's different collectives, different timelines. So everyone's going through something different, right? And that's why I say not everything I say, I just saw 144 on the clock. Not everything I say will resonate with you. Not all twin flame content creators are going to resonate with our journey because we're all on our own individual journey. However, there are different people, different content creators that will resonate with certain people, right? And again, nothing is law and we can jump timelines and realities very quickly, okay? So take what I say with a grain of salt, take what resonates with you, but this is the information that I gathered, okay? And I tried as much as possible to get information for all collectives, for all waves. So I was seeing different waves, literal waves, and then I saw some things being placed in boxes, okay? I remember they were saying things like, these are like this, these are like this, and these are like that. And some are aligned with their true twin flame. I heard that some divine masculines are not awake, and they were showing to me they were dead. They were asleep, knocked out, okay? So they were asleep. Some are very unawakened. So some divine feminines get detached, and this happens to awaken the divine masculine. This gives them space to awaken and do the work within, okay? And then there's other divine feminines that are so detached that they don't even care to be in union with their divine masculine, which is weird, but it's like the connection is done. And in this case, it's very different, okay? And some of those would be considered as catalysts or false twins or near twins. But here's the thing, people. I want you all to remember that even if you are dealing or if you have dealt with a false twin, a catalyst, a near twin, okay, it does not make your journey less than anyone else's because you're still on the journey. You're still on the twin flame journey or spiritual journey, but sometimes we need a catalyst to wake us up. And again, that does not mean that there's anything wrong. That does not mean that they're a bad person. And in fact, if they were your catalyst, if they are a catalyst or what I like to call a near twin, because I was shown what that looks like and I'll explain in a minute. They're actually very similar to your twin flame, okay? Your near twin, so now I'm going to explain. If you have a near twin, so basically the person that awakens you before you meet your true twin flame. So what I was being shown is that some people, those of you who are so detached from your twin flame that you no longer feel the necessity to be with your twin flame, most likely you got activated within the last few years. You got activated by what's known as a near twin, false twin, catalyst, whatever term you want to use it. And again, we need to stop using labels, but you got activated by this person, okay? They're not karmic, okay? This is not karmic. This is not toxic. What this was, because I was being shown that this, you're in the middle and you have these two people standing right next to you, okay? And they are such similar vibrations, such similar frequency that you would mistake that first person for your true twin flame because they activated you and they are a very loving vibration and they are good for you and they were there to help you ascend, to bring you closer to God, to bring you closer to your true purpose and path, okay? That's why so many people are suddenly feeling detached from their twin flame, but on to a level, because there's detachment from the outcome, but you still feel love for your twin flame. But then there's detachment from your actual twin flame where you no longer feel the connection. It's gone. You don't really, like, you have love for them, but it's done. In those kinds of journeys, in those people that are in that box, in that category, if you will, then they most likely are aligning to meet their true twin flame, okay? So it's done because your catalyst, your near twin, the person that matches your true twin flame, they basically awakened you. They were there to activate you, and they were there to awaken you, and you were there to see all of the signs, okay? All of the signs to get you to awaken. This is why we receive the signs from the universe, and you will receive them, yes, with catalysts, okay? This has to happen to keep you on the path to awaken you. It's not to torture you, but it is to keep you ascending, to bring you a reminder that there is a God, there are signs, that there are synchronicities, because there is something greater and bigger than us, okay? That's why we receive the signs in the first place, okay? And then once you start doing the work and you've done so much of your work, your true twin flame will come in. Okay. And I know it took so many people to get to this point. That does not mean that everybody that's going through the twin flame journey is going through this. Okay. Some of you did align with your true twin flame already. Some of you have been aligned with a catalyst or a near twin first to get you to get activated, to bring you closer to God, to bring you on your purpose, to bring you on your path. And then once you've done so much of your inner work and you are close to, like, you just feel in that inner union, some of you will then meet your person, which a lot of people did during Venus retrograde. And that is most likely your true twin flame, or what the record keepers and guides said, or could be high level soulmates, divine counterparts, whatever. It doesn't matter though. Forget the label. It is your person to do the work with you, the mission work, okay? So this is why the guides keep saying it doesn't matter what's going on. It doesn't matter what label it is. We have to stop. But I know our monkey minds just get in the way, and this is why we have to keep going back to the heart space, okay? So yes, some of us have had mirror souls, false twins, near twins, catalysts, whatever. It doesn't matter though. And we have to remember they were there, they served a purpose, and we have to be grateful for them, because that is a sacred connection. Even if they're not your true twin flame, your true person, it is sacred. It is beautiful. It was sacred, and they were there for a reason. Just like many divine feminines have actually been catalysts to other people, okay? There are many of us that have been catalysts to other people. We do the same thing. We activate other people, men, females, whatever. We activate others just like others have activated us, okay? So we have to remember that every person that we interact with, every connection is important for our growth. And we have to stop discarding them. Oh, well, you're not my twin flame, so you're not important. No, I'm sorry. Every connection, karmic, soulmate, twin flame, whatever, even the person, your barista, bartender, the freaking baker, everyone that comes into your life is there for a reason to help you in some way, shape, or form, okay? So let's stop undermining and undervaluing these connections just because they may not be your true twin flame. Your catalyst is just as important to get you where you need to be. And that's why we have to stop the labels, because all of this actually keeps us in a matrix loop. And that's why we have to remember to get back to heart center, and maybe not keep asking for signs, but getting back to heart center, okay? Only you will truly know. And a really big test for me that I've noticed, something that has really helped me, is talking to them in the 5D, talking to their higher self. How do you feel when you talk to their higher self? Do you feel neutral, or do you feel full of love? Do you feel joy around you? Do you feel bliss and happiness? Do you feel emotional, or are you just kind of like, oh, I'm not really feeling anything? That was a huge sign for me. And I will get more into false twins, catalysts, etc. in upcoming videos. If you have questions, let me know below. Much love.